Hello everybody, and once again welcome to Sinhanomics, the money machine. Today I'll talk a little bit about the market overall. We have just moved into October season, and October has a lot of stories about it. But having said that, as I was talking previously, that after September there may be a rally in the market. We have started seeing that. Of course, the market was a little bit skeptical about what the Federal Reserve is going to do about the interest rate. But looks like with all those numbers that's coming, looks like they're not going to increase the rate any further. There are some speculations or intelligent guesses that they might do that in November or December or whatever. But guys, looks like the Federal Reserve should understand that there is a lag between the increment in the interest rate and the effects to percolate in the market. So what we are actually seeing that right now. Actually, just now US released its labor report, right? The jobs number, 336,000 jobs. So jobs are pretty strong, guys. Having said that, there was inflation number that came as well, and sequential month-to-month inflation was 0.2%, which is a little bit comfortable because you multiply 0.2 to 12, it's 2.4, pretty much in the range of Federal Reserve. So with all these things, US is actually presenting a very interesting scenarios where the job market is still hot, people have money, and look at that, there has been a lot of strikes going on right now from the labor side. The auto workers are on strike because they want to increase the pay, salary to up to 46%, guys. Yes, you'll be surprised to hear that. The Auto Workers Association, they are actually asking for 46% pay rise, number one. They're asking for 4 days a week job work, and they want, if the number of hours exceed 32 hours, then they should be paid overtime. It's a recipe for disaster for the auto companies. The good news is that Tesla or Rivian, they are not part of it. Tesla doesn't have these unions. So they are pretty much immune to that. And that's why you're seeing Tesla stocks are a little bit moving up. And I'll come a little bit and talk about it in a minute. But having said that, think about the economic consequence of these kind of pay increases. That's going to further fuel the inflation. What will happen if everybody, all the workers will get 46% or whatever percent increment in their salary? They're going to invest more, they're going to spend more, and that will fuel the inflation. On one hand, Federal Reserve is trying to curb the inflation, and their target is 2%. And on the other hand, with all these pay increases, etc., actually is going to go up. So let's see, it's a very interesting situation. Having said that, the one that is mostly impacted or going to be mostly impacted will be the housing market of US. When we talk about the interest rate scenario, in the India, the Reserve Bank governor actually kept the rate on hold, which was pretty much the expectation of everybody. Shaktikanta Das, he is the governor of Reserve Bank of India. He has kept the rates pretty much on hold, and that's been on hold for quite some time. He actually said that now the focus will be more on the growth than on controlling the inflation. Indian inflation is running at around 5%. Initially there was a guidance of 4 to 6% from the Reserve Bank of India. They actually reiterated they'll be more comfortable if it's pretty much in the range of 4%. So interest rates are pretty much on hold, and people are expecting that there may be a situation that India could start cutting the rates. Australia, on the other hand, will follow USA. So depending on what US does, Federal Reserve does, Australia will do that. Some other countries like China and others, which I don't cover in my videos, they have actually reduced the rates. So guys, what I'm trying to allude here is basically that now pretty much that time has come where most of these Reserve Bank, Federal Reserve or Reserve Bank banks are going to go for the loosening of the economy. Interest rate cuts, it's just a matter of time, whether it's 3 months or 6 months or whatever, you will start seeing the interest rate declines across the board. And that's important because that will fuel the growth. And once that happens, market will rally again. So I personally feel that there may be some blips here and there, but from now till the end of this year, calendar year, there should be a rally. Market should close higher than where it is today. Well, coming back to the US market again, Tesla actually released its Q3, quarter 3 total number of deliveries, and as I had explained that in my previous video, the expectation was that it will not going to meet its 365,000 deliveries. Pretty much that happened. There were multiple expectations or analysis by multiple analysts which ranged from 430 to 445,000. Actually, Tesla released that they have delivered 435,000 vehicles. So roughly 30,000 less. In my personal opinion, it doesn't make much difference, guys, because Tesla has not reduced the total annual production, and that is 1.8 million. And in order to boost that, Tesla also announced the price cut for all the models, roughly $4,000 to $5,000. That's it. So for all their different models, Model 3, Model X, Model Y, and all of them, they are actually cutting the price. Already they announced it, and the range is pretty much around $4,000 to $5,000. That was important as well. Of course, this will have a little bit of impact on the profitability, but hey, as the market expands and Tesla wants to retain the market share, which it has been enjoying pretty much in the whole world, Tesla has 21% market share in the EV space. And if they have to maintain that, they'll have to, of course, reduce the price, guys. And that's one of the charter of Tesla as well. They want to bring the price point down to 25,000 and ultimately to 20,000. Because if the Tesla's prices will be so high, not many people will be able to afford that. Not only in US but in the rest of the world. Well, market didn't like that in the beginning, did not like that in the beginning, and the Tesla stocks were kind of pretty much down $576, but finally it closed slightly above that, above the previous. It actually closed in black. Nvidia, on the other hand, the stock has slided from 503 down to, it went all the way to 420, and now is going back all the way pretty close to 456, around 460 range. My personal opinion is, guys, that anybody, whether the personal investor, retail investors like us, or the fund managers, if they really want to beat the index, they have to have the Magnificent Seven in their portfolio. Just to remind you, these Magnificent Seven pretty much form $13 to $14 trillion together out of 46 trillion market cap of USA. Yes, you heard that right. The total market cap of US market is $46 trillion today. And out of that, almost 1/3 is because of the Magnificent Seven. And these are the stocks which are going up. Actually, in the Friday, most of the stocks are catching up as well. Meta had a good run. Microsoft, which had declined from 350 to 330, etc., they are actually running. So all these Magnificent Seven are actually pretty much trying to recover their previous highs. So irrespective of what people are talking about, what the stock market analysts are talking about, everybody is owning that. And they have to if they want to exceed the index. So stay tuned. I think there will be further rally coming in this, and I'll keep you updated on that. When we talk a little bit about India market, for an example, and as I had talked, the Navratna, there's nine top stocks. I think Bajaj Finance actually did a stellar run and created a new lifetime high. Yes, it created a new lifetime high, guys. It's pretty much closed at around 8,200, 8,160 to be precise, and that's the new lifetime high. There are multiple reasons to that. Number one is Bajaj Finance is actually raising funds. In Indian terms, it's raising something like 10,000 crores. If you compare that to the US price, it's something it will come as around $5 billion. So they're raising that, and this is actually the raw product for companies who are into the lending business, guys. That means they are seeing the opportunity, and that's why they are actually raising the fund. That was one of the reasons. Another reason is stellar performance. That's one of the company which is actually giving consistent returns from the profitability perspective, from the market share perspective. It had a stellar run, stellar result, and that was another catalyst. Third one is basically, as I just told you, the Reserve Bank of India has kept the rates steady and also giving an indication that they will have an accommodative stance. That means they are not going to increase the rate unless the data is totally different. And that is something we need to understand as well. And all these three catalysts actually fueled the banks and the NBFCs, non-banking finance companies in India, and the Bajaj twins, Bajaj Finance and Bajaj Finserv, which actually holds 55% of Bajaj Finance, both of them rallied. Well, with that, I'll wrap it up today. Let me know in the comment section if you like this kind of market updates. I will continue that. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Remember, Synonomics is out there to create financial awareness so that you can understand, analyze your companies and buy stocks to make money. Also, standard disclaimer, all the topics, all the stocks that I have covered today, they are not recommendations. They are all my personal opinion, and that was used as an example. So please consult your financial advisor before making any investment decisions. With that, it's a goodbye from your finance coach, Pankaj Sinha. Bye-bye.